Hello friends, welcome to this channel, Center of Excellence Pharma 4. In this podcast channel, we focus mainly on two emerging technologies like cloud, artificial intelligence, IoT, blockchain, robotic, chatbot, and all, and how these are going to contribute to achieve operational and business excellence into pharma industry. This is my 108th podcast episode. And in this episode, I'm going to discuss about pharma at the edge. The edge means about edge computing and how this harnessing edge computing and IoTs can really help in the pharma. That's what is our objective in this particular episode. Before starting up the episode discussions, I want to brief you about our concept of Center of Excellence Pharma 4. These new emerging technologies can help in contributing to achieve Pharma 4 based on to the principles of Industry 4, which has been developed about 10 years back, and now most of the companies are trying to adopt to this. These details are also discussed onto our website. We have also launched a Udemy platform where smart manufacturing in pharma is course designed with 20 modules, and the user can pick and choose about the module and start using it, and then can go on extending it to more modules. Our YouTube channel was launched about 5 years back. Today it has got more than 370 videos, starting from business strategies, technologies, challenges into the domain, and going up to the audits and validation. Podcast channel which you're listening has got a very excellent response because it's available on Apple Podcasts, Udemy. It is also available on YouTube. It is also available on Amazon and Spotify. We have launched a book series. Today we have 10 books related to these particular topics and subjects. And this is available on Amazon, both on Kindle as well as onto paperback. So do look at this social digital ecosystem also and share with your contacts, connection, share your comments, feedback also, which will help us. So let's start with that agenda. I'm going to discuss about introduction, how this can help in real-time manufacturing control, predictive maintenance and analysis, contribution to advanced quality control and compliance automation, quality deviation detections and response, supply chain and cold chain intelligence, research and development innovations, market dynamics and technology convergence, implementation excellence and strategic transformation, future implementations and strategic transformation, and finally, conclusion. As you are all aware, a lot of new emerging technologies are coming up, and technology revolution is contributing a lot. And this is where the new technology like edge computing and IoT technologies are coming up. These two are helping to transform the manufacturing operation. As you know, in pharma, where we are manufacturing tablets, ointments, capsules, injectables, and all, are moving into the manufacturing line, manufacturing execution systems, and this goes hand in hand with the quality control. And this is again a part of the entire digital supply chain management. We want to improve the manufacturing system as well as into the digital supply chain management system. This is where we are looking at it for a creation of the distributed intelligence. We are looking at it for the process data at the point of generation. As you know, even in the manufacturing of the drugs or the products, there are various manufacturing stages are there. And at each stage, we are generating a huge amount of data. It is a process parameter, it is the equipment related information, it is also related to the production quality parameters and all. And these are all have to be captured continuously. Now, with the IoT, these things are possible because the sensors can capture all this related information and this will get stored onto the cloud system and can have a further analysis. So this supports a predictive analysis, what really we are expecting. And then the predictions can really help you if there are any possibilities of quality parameters going out of the range, or uh, there are possibilities of any disruptions or something like that. And that helps in autonomous decision making. Our always the entire focus is data driven decision making, which should really help in improving the performance. Whether it's a quality, whether it's a manufacturing, whether it's a time, something like that. And this adoption can really create a priority basis contribution into manufacturing system. So I'm just trying to illustrate how IoTs and edge computing can work together. No? They both have a role to play into quality control. So this uses a tablet to monitor the equipment or capture the process parameters from manufacturing stage. And this integration of IoT along with these things can really help in the real-time data collection and its analysis. And this improves the accuracy of the data and reliability of the data. In earlier system, when it was all analog-based systems, the data was noted down and it was entered into a manual way into the systems and all that stuff. Now, these edge computing applications can process the data locally onto the devices and reduces the latency and enhance the performance. This is where we are expecting a millisecond response from the production system. As the edge computing will capture the data and will integrate the data, the response time is reduced. And this helps it to achieve almost 99% of the production uptime because you have a right accurate data. And this can lead to intelligent and autonomous process controls. See, we want to monitor the process parameters and finally the results that should really help in assuring the quality of the product which is going to go into the market and all that. So real-time process monitoring systems can be developed which utilizes the network of IoT sensors. This captures the critical parameters like temperature, pressure, humidity, flow rate, and any other chemical compositions. This process data is instantly available at the edge computing, and this makes an autonomous adjustments to maintain the optimal production conditions. Successful implementation by these companies, they have implemented this comprehensive edge computing platform and which has provided the operators with an immediate visibility into the process performances and all that. This helps in reduction in the production errors. Another thing which needs to be monitored is the environmental parameters. Now, high adoption of these rates from the systems, from the manufacturing facilities, no? That's the environment over there where you want to monitor the temperature, humidity, and all that sort of thing in a clean room condition where the particulate levels are to be monitored, air pressure, temperature, humidity. This requires a continuous monitoring and all that sort of a thing. So your IoT sensors along with the edge computing can really help in processing this information locally, and that will trigger up any corrective actions if there are required actually. This also prevents the contamination and maintain the product integrity. And in sterile environment, this is the most essential thing. And these deviations can help to maintain the production batches into a good condition as desired by the quality and regulatory compliances. Intelligent asset management is another area where we are looking out for a planned maintenance so that there are less and less downtimes are there. And this is where 90% reductions through the failures about the prediction algorithms can really work. No? We want to keep upgrade about our equipments into best working conditions and all real-time analysis about this equipment behavior pattern based on to the continuous monitoring about its parameters can really help it. So continuing monitoring of this equipment for vibration and temperature analysis will help and the machine learning algorithms can detect if there are any deviations or any trends which are really going to happen it and that can help you to plan a predictive maintenance schedule and the failure rates are can be delayed so that you can detect the failures weeks in advance and then take a necessary corrective action so that there is a maintenance is there in the planned way instead of sudden breakdowns and all that. So proactive maintenance schedule based on to your predictive maintenance can increase the lifespan about the equipments also because you are doing the proactive maintenance in time in that advanced stage where you already have planned all those resources requirements, space part requirement, schedule time availability into the production schedules or something like that. And that can give you the good assessments about the health about your plant, machines and everything and all that. Unnecessary maintenance is not required also. So edge computing approach is there which helps in reducing the latency compared to the cloud processing and all. And these maintenance decisions are based on to the current status about the equipment. So this is based on to the real time the data which has been captured by the IoT sensors. So the failure of the predictive algorithms. So the 85% accuracy is in identifying those potential equipment failures will help in advance warning, advance intimation, advance arrangement to do the required activities in a planned way. So you have resources available, you have spare parts available, you have a shutdown available, you have plant timely required is available. And this can really help in giving the early warning. And your machine learning models can really help you, that what are the activities to be done, what spare parts to be replaced or something like that, based on to your historical data as well as the predictive informations also. So this is going to be a add-on benefits to help based on to your IoTs and edge computing working together and all. Another thing which is most important from the pharma industry point of view is contamination detections and all. So early contaminations based on to the real-time environmental conditions which are available, it helps you in warning capabilities and all. And you can take environmental and process data into considerations and all. So 94% adoption can help you to due to this immediate identification based on to right environmental data available and then that can help you to the contamination reductions and all that sort of thing. Now, this is again a continuous process. Yeah, you can go on analyzing those air quality and surface cleanliness and all with IoT interfaces and all. And those process parameters can really monitor in case if there are anomalies based on to the standards which have been defined and all that sort of thing. So this will trigger automated contamination process and all, and prevents the spreading of the contaminations and all. This also leads to your GMP compliance monitoring. So we are also looking out for a transformation of the manufacturing operations with edge computing and IoT technologies working together, which will shift from reactive to a proactive system. See, presently we are working on to reactive. If there is any uh, disruption or any deviation is been identified, then we take a necessary corrective action. While adoption of this IoT and edge computing will help you in a proactive systems, which you can really help to control it and all that. This helps in enhancing the quality control. So, intelligent processing critical data, and that can really help in. So improvement into a supply chain management will help basically by predictive analytics and autonomous decision making. And this ensures the product quality and patient safety. This is what is the most important from any and every pharma industry point of view. Now, they should really assure a patient about the right quality and the right price and right time the deliveries and all that. Right. So high adoption of these rates can really help across the entire manufacturing process and also to the entire supply chain management. This also becomes so more important from the sterile products also, where in the sterile products, the high contamination prevention rates are to be monitored. So continuous monitoring based on to IoT and edge computing will really help in adjusting the environmental condition, which will also track the air quality and pressure differentials and all that, which is required by your SOPs and from the quality point of view. And this monitor even the personal movement and the equipment status also. So what we are discussing over here is various uses about edge computing into process information instantaneously, and that will help in automated responses to maintain the sterile conditions also. So real-time environmental control will be beneficial from the product quality. In case if there are any deviations into quality, there's alerting system is also been possible, where edge computing again will contribute it. This detects the issues much faster than the traditional methods and all, which is a big benefit from monitoring the quality parameters and environmental conditions. So continuous monitoring with all quality attributes will assure you good product quality throughout the entire manufacturing system. And this also uses the data from IoT along with the machine learning algorithms to identify in case if there are any possibilities of any deviations at all. So this also helps in the corrective actions which can be really planned in advance so as to assure the best quality products and all. So the new technologies like edge computing along with an IoT and then that data going to the cloud technology, taking a help of machine learning will really help in automated quality control systems. See, finally, what really we are looking at it for a good assured, stable, all quality parameters throughout the entire system, either into manufacturing till it reaches to the patients and all this sort of thing. So this will eliminate any delays which were there happening into old traditional systems about the batch testing and then you are getting the results and all. So integrating about the packed sensors and edge computing will really be helpful and that ensure the product that your product meets the quality specifications and all. And this also leads to quality control costs. Earlier, we used to have any deviations and then we had to take a necessary corrective actions and all that. All that is getting almost to a nil. And this helps you, reduction in the quality cost, movement about the products much quicker, and assuring the patient through the good quality product. So temperature, environmental monitoring, these are also the issues which are there. So this system can really help into that also. Now, I was discussing more onto the manufacturing, but this also gets extended to the cold chain monitoring solution also. In cold chain also, we are going to have the IoTs which are going to capture the details like a temperature and control parameters while movement about the products or the trucks to the logistic and distribution and all. So this data is also useful into monitoring the quality of the product till it reaches to the patient or the customers and all this. So this also illustrates the use of IoT and edge computing into the quality control. The predictive analytics into cold chain is also that's a extension where we can also have a historical environmental data about even the weather patterns, transportation schedules, how the things are been moving and all that sort of a thing. And this also assures the proactive measures to maintain the cold chain integrity. All predicting the potential temperature excursions are also been taken into consideration. Where we are looking for the biologicals or the vaccines or those products which are to be monitoring the temperature excursions are really taken into consideration by adoption of this particular technology. So is a quite benefit. Now, this also helps in anti-counterfeiting or authentication systems also. Since we are looking at it, this to assure the patient the right product, right quality, and it has to be a genuine product. So this, along with your systems like a blockchain or something like that, your advanced authentication technologies can really collect this all the data and again works in an integration with IoT and cloud and your A and ML and all that. This also assures the patient that yes, this is the right product and authentic product, genuine product and all. So this enables the authentication without any external connectivity. So it's an entire internal system which works with all various emerging technologies getting integrated and all that sort of a thing. So yeah, even it goes to even the remote locations also. So we collect that data directly from the machines or during the movement from the cold chain and all that sort of a thing goes into the entire integrated systems into enterprise applications and with the supply chain also. This gets further extended into the real-time asset tracking also. So we have to also keep track about your inventory, like what is the product wise, batch wise, what are the stock position, what has been dispatched, what has been balanced into the either into warehouse or maybe a distributor or something like that. So this improvements is also quite substantial. Earlier, when we were having a analog-based systems, it was a silos, so the entire data integration was not there. Now, when we are really looking with an IoT and edge computing, a comprehensive tracking system is available which monitors the pharmaceutical product and its quantity data, the stock positions, and all that sort of a thing. GPS tracking also helps you in a continuous visibility about your product and batch with the stock positions and all. RFID technology will also help in precision location-wise data and cellular connectivity in the real time helps you to make this data available to all planners everywhere, whether it's a planning about the distribution resource planning or maybe to your sales and operation planning or something like that. And this is where the edge computing can really build the add-on benefits that the location-wise data is available so that you can plan it out your logistic system, route planning, and everything into that. And these immediate alerts can help in the route deviations also. If you find that at a particular location there is a shortage, you can change those routes, you can divert those stock positions to the location where these are required immediately or something like. So a lot of benefits are coming up from this IoT and edge computing integrations and all. So comprehensive sensors network can be really built up, which will track handling conditions throughout the distribution. It will monitor the vibration, shocks, humidity, and temperatures and all. And use of edge computing is for the immediate data analysis is available, and that will also alert the all stakeholders for if there are any potential damage conditions or something in there. Damage prevention is going to be a beneficial because your products are very valuable and they needs to maintain the product quality and timely delivery schedules and all. This has got another extension for the clinical trial data is also there. You want to even capture the patient's data about his uh, parameters about the human body or genomics or something like that. And then that can also help you in a trial accuracies when you are carrying out the clinical trials across the different geographies and all that sort of thing. So wearable sensors and mobile health devices can also get connected along with an edge computing. So that data also can be monitored. And this data is very sensitive, needs to be monitored, needs to have a data security, which also gets captured because there is no human intervention, there is no human access to this particular data. So data is captured directly from the parameters from the human body and then it goes into the systems and all that sort of thing. So patient monitoring devices are also being used and that can also help in continuous health monitoring there. So this improves the patient outcome throughout any sophisticated sensors network. See, today, on the healthcare side, there are a lot of new technologies are available capturing the human-related data, which also provides the treatment protocols and everything, and real-time data can also help. So critical monitoring along with the edge computing will also help the patient safety and comprehensive data selection, compilation, and analysis, and everything will be available. So a lot of benefits are coming up and on. It has also got a benefit from the laboratory automation also. So when you are doing any drug discovery, drug development, and a lot of research cycle data are also getting compiled from your laboratory instruments, laboratory equipments, and all that. And that real-time data also get analyzed and is also maintained with robotic systems wherever a lot of automation is there. With the data management can really go into the system again through IoTs or through directly instrument uh, your lab instrument manufacturing solutions or something like that. So this data also help you in reducing the experimental errors and help you in processing this data with edge computing will help in any adjustments during the experimental protocols is also a benefit and all. Finally, this goes on helping the healthcare and the pharma segment. No? We are not looking at it as an independent, but as a pharma totality, the healthcare system also requires to be monitored. So that data sharing will help in the healthcare market, which is presently expected to be around 6 billion in 2024, likely to reach to maybe 38 billion. So you can see there's going to be a huge growth rate which is going to be there in the real-time data processing and enhancing that security and all. So the IoT spending, which is presently maybe around 4 billion, is likely to go to 11 billion by 2033, with a growth rate of maybe around 12% and all. The edge computing market, which is again expected to be 23 billion in 2024, likely to reach to 327 billion by 2033, which is going to be a substantial increase into the growth rate and also. So what really we are looking at making the pharma people, pharma decision makers, pharma stakeholders who make them aware that which are the areas which they should really focus it out from their investment point of view, and how artificial intelligence, IoTs, and everything can really create a new opportunities either for the investments or moving and upgrading with the technology, developing the new skills into the markets and all that sort of thing. That's what it's the objective and all that. Now, as we know, the emerging technologies, 5G has come up, and with the mobile edge computing, this is going to be a huge potential. There's going to be a lot of benefits from the ultra low latency, high bandwidths, and reliable connectivity, which was not there earlier, which is really going to contribute it in adoption of IoTs and this edge computing and all. Now, the role of mobile edge computing is also there because it's going to capture the real-time optimization and continuous performance adjustment. Manufacturing technologies we discussed, you can even take this data with the digital twins also. Autonomous robotics are also coming up. AI-driven process controls are going to be there. See, these are all future things which are likely to come. The digital twin can really contribute it, creating a virtual replica of the manufacturing process and help you to train up those skills which are there at a shop floor or the manufacturing level. So scenario plannings and optimization strategies can be developed considering this and all. So advanced manufacturing technologies, as I mentioned in the last slide, with the digital tools can also help with an integration of edge computing and IoT technologies and all that sort of thing. That now FDAs are already working on to developing the frameworks for this advanced manufacturing and all. This is where the real-time data monitoring from the manufacturing execution system is really going to contribute it for a predictive analytics and process controls and all this sort of thing. So this technology foundations for the edge computing is really going to ensure compliances for the FDA requirements and all. So this will help you in improving your quality, maintaining the regulatory documentation in a simple way, much more autonomous way with an automation and all that sort of thing. Security compliance architectures that when you are developing your hardware, software, I think the requirements and all, you can keep this is a very sensitive data and you should really keep track about all this. So this will also help in reducing the exposure to the cyber threats, into network transmissions and all that sort of a thing. I'm just trying to give you, those points which you should really think about it while developing and implementing those IoTs and edge computing and all that sort of a thing. So patient sensitive data is a proprietary data which also needs to have a stringent security requirement, and these requirements can be considered by adoption of encryptions, access controls, and secure processes and all that actually. And this will have a resilient Pharma operations and all that sort of thing when you are looking out for a complete centralized system, which is really going to have all the data, relevant data, with an analysis will be shared with all stakeholders for decision making. AI and machine learning integration is also there. I mean, when we are really looking this capturing about the data from the IoTs and edge computing, this requires to be analyzed for the various conditions and optimizing the processes continuously and all this. Right? So artificial intelligence and machine learning will go on building up all this data and doing the required analysis, which can build up a operational excellence and business excellence and all. So this will help in optimizing the various opportunities at a shop floor level, manufacturing level, and will also predict if there are any possibilities of failures and all. So process improvement, optimizations about all the resources used and all that sort of thing with minimum human intervention is going to be the objective of this whole particular systems and all. Now we are also looking at for the personalized medicines and all. So these systems can also help in work moving toward that and optimizing the manufacturing decisions and all. So what is going to be the next level of next generation for the edge computing? So we have to also think about the future which is really going to come. Quantum computing area is also coming up very fast, and wherever there are any complex challenges are there, complex processes are there, new these algorithms can really help in molecular level simulations and helping in with the edge computing will help in predicting those molecular interactions in a real time basis and all this sort of thing. The quality algorithms which have to be changed will also be helpful because when you're looking at it for biochemical sensors and non-scalable monitoring devices and all, these systems can really help in an integration with an IoT and edge computing and all that sort of thing. This will help also in data capture, data integrity from the regulatory compliances point of view. So these are the lot of future projections which are really coming up and all. And companies needs to give a thought from the strategic point of view, that what is the competitive advantage which they will have from their own manufacturing, but at the same time into the market also. The more companies which are coming up in competitions, what are the things which they have edge over our company or maybe something like that. So your operational capabilities and all which we can really start looking, thinking where we can improve with the IoTs and all this thing. So your strategy of manufacturing, strategy of patient support, patient control, patient safety, all this you will have to start thinking about it from the long-term point of view, because these are not systems which are a small project, because you are looking at it for integration of the entire manufacturing, entire clinical trials in quality, in cold chain and also. This is going to be a big project and good contribution for all various operations which are there, including predictive maintenance and process optimization data with the regulatory compliances. And this is going to be a transformation into your pharma operations and all. This is where you are looking for the future of the pharma industry. It's not today or tomorrow, but it's going to be a long-term thing which you should really plan. So this is where you have to strategic thinking has to be there. So coming to the conclusion, some of the points which I discussed into the various areas are listed out over here. You have to think about the autonomous system which will build up your intelligent systems into manufacturing and automation to support to the patient safety. Real-time manufacturing data capture is more important. Predictive maintenance system will contribute it. It will also help in quality control automation, supply chain intelligence and all. Then finally, it will go to the research area, where continuous acceleration platform is going to be developed. So that is what is the area which you should really look and think about it. So some of these things are also discussed more into the details at various other videos, either onto YouTube or maybe into more details onto our books also. Do look at them also. Feel free to contact us, share your feedback and all that sort of a thing. Thank you. Bye.